This living, vibrant, brilliant vipaschit, this consciousness, na jayate, na mriyate. By saying na jayate, na mriyate, has he not answered? That which is born is an effect. That which dies is a cause to become the effect. It is neither born nor does it die. So if anybody say God created the soul, but God is not created, nor does God die. Achha, then how does God create the world, you tell me? Oh, of course. There was that big atom, in which he created a big bang, and then he shaped, like Tom Cruise. This entire virtual reality. However, like Keanu Reeves, you entered it and it became the matrix for you. Where either the oracle predicts your future, or who's that fellow? Morpheus trains you, right? And Smith is ready to make smithereens of you. If God created the world, then from whom did he create? God will have to modify itself to become the creation, isn't it? Or if there's something other than him, then limited in space, limited in time, limited from objects, as perishable as anything else in the world. And since it's perishing, then who's his cause? What's the cause behind this world? What is the purpose behind this world? What intelligent questions? There is no cause, for there is no effect. It's confusing. Absolutely confusing. Nayam kutaschanna babhuva kaschit. Neither that has come from something else. If it had the cause, then what was its cause? And if it is the cause, how did it create the effect without himself becoming the effect? Now you've been asking, what is Purnamadha, Purnamidam? That is Purna. This all, including this, is Purna. How can there be two infinites? I think these rishis don't know mathematics. There can only be one infinite. Now even you don't know mathematics. Okay, then we can bluff what the rishis bluffed. That is infinite. This is infinite. How can there be two infinite? They're not two infinite. Purnat Purnam Udacchate. It is only from that one infinite, if anything seems to have manifested, it can only be from that infinite only. Therefore, the whole world can only be that. And you also, unfortunately, can't be separate from it, can you? You're a devotee. I want to be separate with God. I want to lick God. Blasphemer of the highest order, calling yourself a devotee. You mean to say your God is limited by you? that God can be everything else but you? Making a sense enjoyment out of God? I want to dance with him. I want to hug him. That also is Purna only. And you also can't be anything other than it. No, I'm a dualist. Blasphemer. Jesus was called blasphemer when he says Father and I are one. But the ones who say that Father and Son are separate are the greatest blasphemer, isn't it? Because that Father which gave you birth in this world can be separate from you because he himself is an effect of another Father. And he will perish one day to give you place. Is it not? His seed perished to make you. And therefore, if that is the cause which has become the effect, then in every effect that cause is there. But then that cause would have to change. It is neither the cause nor the effect, because Purnat Purnam Udachyate. If anything has come, it has come from that only. But how has it come? Has it undergone change to become this world? Is this world separate from the truth? There's some way you can create without making any change. Just like you come for the camp and everything was done, but no change came in you. Then nothing was created. How from a rope can you create a snake? How from one nerve in your body you can create a universe, a dream? Therefore, Purnasya Purnamadhaya. If you are able to remove this creation from the infinite, nothing happens to the infinite. The infinite remains, because the whole creation is only an appearance like a dream. And you remove the dream, do you cease to become? Nothing happens to you. Nothing of the dream. If it came only from you. And yet nothing came out of you. Therefore you are not cause of anything, nor has anything become your effect. Because the dream itself is only an appearance. It doesn't have its own existence. Subtle. Okay, if you don't understand all that. Ajaha, it is unborn. Nityaha, eternal. Shashvataha, unchanging. Puranaha, ancient. Nahanyate hanyamane sharire, and does not perish when this body perishes. Everything that Nachiketa asked for, Yamaraj has explained. First of all, you are not the one who is born or one who dies. Otherwise, birth and death cannot be proven. As such, there is no such thing as death. I was just seeing an argument of an atheist who proves that there is no such thing as death. And what is the argument? Yeah. Has anyone seen his own death? Has anyone seen his own death? Anyone has seen his own death? And something that you don't experience, how can you say it is there? Oh, I saw someone die. How do you know whether he is dead or not? This is an atheist argument, huh? That there is no such thing of death which we have to fear, because we shall never experience our death. So why are we afraid of death? Atheist also says, stop being afraid of death, because you are not going to experience your death. Because when you die, you don't have any experience, isn't it? So you are not going to experience death. So what are you afraid of death? The same logic Vedanta gives. If you experience death, you are not dead. If you experience death, you are not dead. The experiencer, the vipaschit is there. Is it not? And since you don't die, na hanyate hanya mane sharire, that when the body dies, you don't die, which means what? You were never born. Birth and death has any meaning only when you know your birth and when you know your death. Therefore, the one who is the knower, the vipaschit, is neither born nor dies. Therefore, Sri Krishna says, every body dies, but nobody ever dies. So therefore, clearly pointing out that you are not these equipment that you see as changing and perishing. And how do you know that they are changing and perishing? Because the knower is not changing and perishing. That vipaschit is neither born nor does he die. Nothing has come from it, and if it seems to be there like a dream, is only an appearance. An appearance has got no existence of its own, and therefore without changing appears as something, and therefore there is no such thing as a real creation. Therefore beyond cause and effect.